Hi guys, it's Jenny with Art for Good. So today we're going to do a giant 36 by 36 inch black and white wave. I have had this canvas sitting around and sometimes when I'm not really sure what I want to do next, I just go back to my roots, and that is sort of ocean inspired art. And I wanted to try to do a wave with a different composition. So I have my spinner here. I made my own spinner. I attached two large pieces of wood to it so that it would allow a canvas this size. And I'm going in with my black paint. My black paint is actually an ivory black. I've said this before in some of my other videos, but black in acrylic paint pouring is very finicky. You want to make sure you're using the right brand. Avoid Artist Loft. Mars Black, that is the worst I have found for this and eating up the other colors. So I also added in some Liquitex fluid silver, and then I also have a regular titanium white. So I'm just going in and layering all those colors. Sometimes I find it's helpful if I'm really working on a composition that might be tricky or I want to get right, I will draw it with colored pencils beforehand. So that's just a tip. It's also very therapeutic to just be very relaxing to just be hanging out and drawing with colored pencils. So I would encourage you to try that as well. So I'm getting my cake spatula here, and I am using the titanium white as my cell activator. And I am just swiping using this cake spatula, making sure to wipe it off in between each swipe. You'll see the cells will kind of start to form. I did discover that I think I used a little too much silver, so I wasn't getting the contrast of the black and the white like I would have hoped. So right now this has no base layer down. I find I can do a little bit better control when I don't have paint underneath. And then I will fill in the rest of these gaps with just a regular titanium white. I found that working with the spinner with a canvas this size, actually when I'm doing these very particular swipes, is pretty handy because I can just turn it rather than trying to navigate around my table, especially if your space is limited. And I accidentally spilled all of my white paint right there, so I'm just gonna take care of that really quick. Never a dull moment when you're working with fluid art. I'm trying to make the top of the wave a little whiter since that's where usually all the sea spray is. So I'm going in with a little more white there. And then I'm adding some more dark to the bottom parts of the wave. I'm going to spin this and see what happens. You don't have to spin it super hard because that canvas could go flying off of the spinner. I have had that happen. You'll see it just makes a little bit more interest in the waves to do the spinning. Now I'm going in with my hairdryer a little bit. Since it's not really giving the dramatic effect that I had hoped, I think because of the use of too much of the silver. Trying to fix the shape a little bit as well to make this right-handed side look a little more curved upward. All right, I'm just filling in the rest with white. And I'm just going to go in and blend those edges together ever so slightly. I don't want to change the shape of the wave too much, but all right, so after this dried a bit, I did go in with a paintbrush to add some additional effects. I decided to add a little more contrast. I fixed the shape a little bit more, and then I also used my secret weapon, which is an old toothbrush that I dip in white paint and spray over some parts of the painting just to make it look like sea spray. It's a really cool trick and very easy to do. And this is the final piece. This is how it turned out. Let me know what you think about this one in the comments below. And if you have any ideas for other compositions or colors you'd like to see me try or test out, please let me know in the comments. All right, well, that's all the time I have for today. I'll see you next time.